This next video features a company I've been excited to talk about for a little while. Concepts3D are bringing an open source SLA printer to market, and I got a chance to meet with Pascal, their lead engineer, to run through the new Athena 2.
Our very first Athena prototype with us. When we all started with this, the whole idea was to build a machine that does not rely especially on G2box, on G2 hardware with their encryption and all that stuff that drives people crazy. And from that on, we went with our first Athena machine, launched on Kickstarter. And shipped to 2 people afterwards. And from that onwards, we still wanted to continue building machines, but we said, let's try to make a machine that we like to use ourselves. Like we already started with that when building Athena 1. We said we want to have a machine that we enjoy using ourselves. And that's the ethos behind all of this, and we continued with the same paradigm on Athena 2 with some dramatic improvements in various places of the machine, more features, more modularity, better maintainability, and while still not sacrificing any of the good things we had, especially the sturdy construction. It's all sheet metal and aluminum. You can throw this out of a truck and it would still work afterwards. Don't
recommend to try that yet.
Don't ask me why I know this. So this is the Athena 2 with all add-ons installed that are currently available. The base model comes just with the heated vat, and then you can get the chamber heater, you can get an air filter, you can get the camera system and the Pro build arm. The Pro build arm comes with this neat quick release system for the build plate.
Can you do that again for me?
Sure.
That's fine. It's sandblasted and anodized, which works perfectly well, at least from our perspective. As everyone else currently, we are running a 16K screen with 14 by 19 micrometers of pixel size. The major difference between the Athena 2 and the other Asian brands is that we can actually run full anti-aliasing on these screens. And that's because the chipset that underpins the screen has been basically increased.
Exactly. It has been upgraded. It was artificially capped on initiative of G2 because they could not keep up with the increased demands in processing capacity. But for us, this,
not an issue.
Plug and play. We were talking about maintainability, especially the LCD module now is changeable from the top with just these 8 screws. Unscrew them, pop out the whole module, one connector to loosen. If you do this for the first time, it takes you 15 minutes.
Amazing.
So we still kept a lot of things that were good with Athena 1, especially our nifty little feet here at the bottom, so you can really just leave the vat on your desk or on your workbench without damaging the film.
And you've got the pins on the back there, which shows that it's not just on-off, it's also controllability sensors, all that sort of stuff into the heat mat.
Exactly. The heating system, the temperature control is quite sophisticated, so we not only have a temperature sensor and heating element in the vat itself, we also can heat the chamber with a little small heated fan, but the measurement of the actual resin temperature happens with an infrared sensor that's mounted at the bottom of the arm, so that we really get
So it's this one here, this is the sensor.
Yeah, exactly. So that we get the true temperature of the resin itself.
Really great.
Yeah, the camera is a 1080p USB camera. Does automatic time lapses during the print, and of course can be used to observe what's happening inside of the machine.
Yeah, do you want to walk through the UI a little bit?
Yeah, that's all new. That's been updated the last time yesterday, the new Orion HMI by the Open Resin Alliance, which we are now rolling out into a public beta in the next couple days.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
It has been, there's no connection to our existing UI. It's been designed from scratch completely. Standard screen, you can print the files that are also already on the machine itself. We got in the tools section, of course, Z-axis control, all of that. You got the tank clean features now here. In case anything fails, you can just pull it out. Still got the force sensor control also on the screen, which is much more responsive than it was before. That's the whole network settings, Wi-Fi, and so on and so forth. You can update the machine directly from the UI as well. Heater control has been completely reworked, based on modern design principles. You can set the temperature, turn on the heaters one by another. We got a mix and preheat cycle here as well. You can trigger this manually. You can customize the resin profiles directly on the machine as well with the most used settings that you might want to adjust. We got the calibration routine that you already knew from our existing setup. Has been streamlined as well and dramatically improved, especially when it comes to evaluating the prints that come out of this calibration routine. There's still a lot of things going on in the background in terms of improved resin calibration, especially automatic calibration of lift and peel speeds. There we have done extensive research in the last months to make this process even more streamlined, so that you really just pour in a resin, figure out the exposure times with the existing calibration algorithm, and the viscosity is determined automatically also by the force sensor. That's in the works. That's coming with the next big release. So we got an air filter in here, which just takes a whole tray of activated carbon. You can buy this from us. We are cooperating with Nevermore here. You might know them from the FDM space, manufacturing activated carbon in the zeolite compound that not only catches the harmful fumes, but also breaks them down on a chemical basis. That's slides here in the back, and you can just pull it out without tools and change it. It lasts quite long, but of course this depends on the usage pattern of your machine.
Of course, exactly. How humid and all that sort of stuff. And obviously extraction port on the back.
Exactly. If you want to hook this up to an external extraction system, you can do this as well. Just remove the cap, plug in your hose, and you're good to go. We got an Ethernet port here. We got Wi-Fi on top.
Perfect.
For the
shouldn't really say the price. I suppose we should do that if people want to. If people want to go to the website and buy it now, they can do that. Obviously, they can go put in pre-orders.
Exactly. So we are still running pre-orders because we can't really keep up with producing them as fast as we sell them out. But the price currently, the base model is 1,200 euros. If you add all the add-ons, you end up with about 1,800. Other things that are new, that resin profile database. Currently, that's a standalone application that will be integrated into the web UI of the machine with the next release. We are filling this with more and more pre-calibrated profiles day after day after day.
And it's not just consumer resins, it's professional resins, and that's, engineering resins, and all that sort of stuff too.
Exactly. We got a good mix from the regular Amazon top sellers to stuff like the Wargamer by Forehammer and industrial resins from Athena or Loctite, all of them.
Awesome. Do you want to say goodbye? Thank you and goodbye?
Yeah, thanks a lot for stopping by. Thanks for giving me the chance to talk about Athena 2, and yeah,
Cool.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. So I'm back from FormNext2025 in Germany. I have so much footage and so many things to talk about, so I decided the best way to do that was to put it all in a big old playlist and just release the videos one by one, and you can just dip in as you want to. You should see the playlist on screen now, so if you enjoyed the content, do like and subscribe. And I just want to say before you disappear, a huge thank you to everyone who supports me over on Patreon or chats to me over on Discord. You are all absolute legends and you know who you are. So I've been James, this is RisingApe Minis, and I'll see you next time. So I'm back from FormNext2025 in Germany. I have so much footage and so many things to talk about, so I decided the best way to do that was to put it all in a big old playlist and just release the videos one by one, and you can just dip in as you want to. You should see the playlist on screen now, so if you enjoyed the content, do like and subscribe. And I just want to say before you disappear, a huge thank you to everyone who supports me over on Patreon or chats to me over on Discord. You are all absolute legends and you know who you are. So I've been James, this is RisingApe Minis, and I'll see you next time.